Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. The power of sexual discipline. Now, I know we're in this space and most men are in this particular space, or you following me to actually learn how to do better with women. Some people, if they don't necessarily follow me, they might follow another dating coach to learn some techniques, some magic words, some way to get women. I'm going to tell you the most powerful thing, not just to get women, but just to get through life. And that's sexual discipline. What's sexual discipline? Sexual discipline is just control over your own dick. See, I said in a previous podcast, one of them, some men just be just giving their damn dick away. Or trying to have sex with whoever, chasing any type of woman. They just want a woman, so they're going to chase every woman in the vicinity that look halfway decent. That's not sexual discipline. Also, because their sex drive is not under their control. And some men many men get in trouble with it. Some of those men, those are ones be called into human resources because they couldn't control their urges. And then you got another group of men, they think they have sexual discipline, but they really don't. What they got is fear. And they got some fear, Master Teacher BGS mentioned in a woman's hangout that I was on with him, that many men got performance anxiety, performance issues. That's fear. Like, if you're not messing with women, like, you get some guys, they ain't messing with women and say, I ain't focused on them. It ain't because you got discipline, you got fear. You're not approaching them. You're not talking to them. And you trying to say it's discipline. No, it's not discipline. Ultimately, sexual discipline is, here's the ultimate expression of sexual discipline. Think about the most sexually attractive woman that you can think of, whatever turns your body on. Whatever turns you on, like she got whatever you like in a woman, she got it. Now think about something. You got sexual discipline if by your choice you can lay in bed with a butt naked and you don't touch her. That's sexual discipline. Now, if anybody would say that's impossible or they couldn't do it, I'm gonna give one example. Everybody know about them, pimps. Now, some people want to learn the pimp game because they feel like pimps control these women, and they really ain't doing it for pimping. Because pimps are money motivated. They ain't booty motivated. Pimps don't mess with women to get sex. One of the reasons pimps are able to manage women the way that they do is they don't give women the dick. They keep it from her. They might have sex with her as a reward. That's sexual discipline. That's the key to the pimp. Because the one power that women have over men, they not physically stronger. Most are. It's very rare you're going to meet a woman who's physically stronger than the men she encounter. Like most men that she will encounter. She might be physically stronger than an individual guy, but very few women as a whole are not stronger than a man. But they figure, hey, we got this little opening here that men go crazy over it. Rightfully so. It's very pleasurable. Extremely pleasurable. But, so they figure, hey, I can get this man to do this and that just through this vagina. I mean, a woman can change her whole social class through her vagina. Hence the word hypergamy. But imagine the man, that woman, okay, she throwing it at this guy and he's like, I'll take it or leave it. And he's not doing it out of fear, and he's definitely controlled his urges. Boom. And then that's when she got to do some stuff. Now, a term I haven't used in a long time is Mr. Goodbar. I haven't used that. I've just really just been using select and non-select because I said, moving on from that term. But Mr. Goodbar, that's that one type of select man who women are throwing it at him. In fact, he's potentially a pro. Some are potentially pros, potentially. But women throwing it at him. Mr. Goodbar does not get women the same way as other guys. One, he don't have to approach. And in fact, it goes against what the general consensus. One is maybe 10% of the male population, and that's being generous. But the thing with Mr. Goodbar, he makes the woman work for it. Now, ironically, the civilian type of man who gets the most attention from women and probably even get the most sex, doesn't chase them. That's because he has discipline. He can be cool. He can walk among those beautiful women. His head don't turn. He's like, whatever. He can be having sex with a beautiful woman and just get up right in the middle of it and go make cookies. I mean, the woman could be using all her stuff and, got her sex appeal, and dude's like, whatever. Now, see, that's the power, but that's the power of controlling yourself. But you're not, like I say, you're not doing it because of fear. You're doing it because it's your choice. And you're not doing it because of a game. It's just your choice. The women probably just get on your nerves. And I don't think guys realize the game of, I shouldn't use the word game, because even when I use it, it really is just just a street term for knowledge. But the guys who just try to use it, try to say, okay, I'm going to play it. Well, no, you trying to play it. It got to be sincere. A woman got to feel like, oh, wait, she got to do something to get this. And there's some science behind why that works. I don't feel like giving it. And that's one of the reasons is I like keeping some stuff to myself, because a lot of times people spread stuff and have a big problem with attributing it to it. But it's actually, in my eyes, very simple why that works very well. And I've actually seen that work with some guys who were nominally non-select, and for whatever reason they just didn't want this particular very attractive woman, and a very attractive woman just throw it at them. But the whole key to that is sexual discipline, because once you have that, you're dealing with women on your own terms. Your terms. See, that's the thing with Mr. Goodbar. Mr. Goodbar deal with women on his terms. And then when he's tired of her, he dismisses her like the maid. He's like, you know what, I'm tired of you. I don't want to deal with you. But the key to that is sexual discipline. Because then when she's using she's trying to seduce and stuff, and you just like, not feeling it. And you might find her attractive and everything, but you thinking to yourself, shoot, she trying it, but I got 5 other women doing it. And this is just to be clear, it's probably more of a mindset than it is a look. It's probably more of a mindset. And that mindset starts with just having discipline over your dick. Like, one of the things, and I'll just give y'all some perspective. Too many guys really do, and I've talked about this recently, too many guys just hand the women a dick, don't make her do anything for it. They just hand it to her. They just say, look, here you go, girl. They give it away. So the women start tripping. It's like, well, why don't you just sit back? It's like, nah, baby, you got to earn this. Like I said, people admire pimps, and people want to learn the pimp game because they think it'll make them a better player or something. But then they miss the one thing that pimps do. Because pimps don't even be tripping. You notice pimps never talk about their body count. They never, so you notice that. Seriously, think about it. Look at any pimp. They never talk about their body count. In fact, they might even tell you it's a low count. They might, because they thinking about the money. They thinking about it. And of course there's some science there, but I'll let a pimp get into that. I'm not a pimp. I just understand how they do things. So, anyway, the power of sexual discipline. You control that. And like I said, it's bigger than just women. Because if you can control that primal force, then you can have the discipline to obtain anything in life. You can have the discipline to work on that business. Or you can have the discipline to get an education to make more money. Or you got the discipline to build whatever you want to do, whatever project you want to work on. If you can control your basic urge, you can do everything. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.